Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy for Now. It's me Isabel here with my netgalley check-in of shame. This is full of shame, okay? I'm mad at myself. Y'all are gonna be sad with me. I understand. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'm, again, frustrated at myself. Some of y'all are gonna be like, you have to stop requesting. I don't disagree with you. I do have to stop requesting. I will tell you this. I do think I'm in better shape this year than I have been in previous years to get this turned around. But we're gonna have to do some project videos, some vlogs, some things like that probably at some point. So in 2026, our starting number is not 77%, it's 76% because I requested things. I did what I do best and I stress requested arcs and I got approved for more arcs than I ever expected to. It's fine. We're getting there. We're getting through this. I have plans in place to work through this while I also read down my physicals. It's a whole thing. But yeah, we went down 2%. I will say, I am in the middle of an ebook. It's ebook and audio arc that I have. That is the same book. Like I have both versions. That is going to boost me. Okay. That is going to boost me a little bit more. So I will hit 76% when both of those go in. I will be back over 77% before our next check-in is the goal. I think I can do it. It's only like 10 more books, give or take, for me to get there. So we'll get there. To hit 80, I think I have to read about 25 books total. So like cumulative 25 books. So, you know, I think it could happen. I think I could hit 80 this year. If I read 30 or 35, again, we're going to be over 80%. I do think I can manage that. I easily read that many arcs in a year. So I just have to like slow down my requesting so I can get myself back over the hump. So yeah, I'm at 75% for 2026. I have been approved for 488 books over my lifetime on NetGalley, which is a very long time. I've been on NetGalley a long time, y'all. And my feedback is 367 books submitted. 368? I don't know. I'm somewhere in there. I might have the wrong number. Let's just kind of go through everything I've acquired since our last check-in, which is, again, a lot of books. So get ready. There's not gonna be a lot of descriptions here, but either way, I'll have noted down below when things come out if they are not out yet. I did get approved for Stay a Spell. This is a cozy witch romantasy situation that I'm intrigued by. Thirsty, which is a vampire romance. I got an audio of this. Threaded Lies, which is a sequel to a book I have book 1 for, so I need to read it. Dealing with a Desperate Demon. This is another cozy paranormal situation, I believe. I still have not read the first book in this series, so I really just need to do like a Charlotte Stein try-a-chapter situation at some point, because I think I have 4 books by her to read. Then I got Fundamentals of Being a Good Girl by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. I am really intrigued by this. I'm curious. I tend to like the two of them writing together more than I like them on their own these days. Accidentally Kidnapping the Mafia Boss by Evie Rose. This was an audio arc I read already. Female Fantasy. This is part of the Cosmo imprint that happened. I cannot remember this author's name, but this one is about a girl I know who like is in love with a fictional character and it follows her real life romance. I'm very, very curious about it. Then I did also get Rook and Rebel by Kate Crew. This is a repub of a self-pubbed book. I'm always intrigued by these and I will often grab them. I got Still Into You. This is the next Erin Connor, the author who wrote Unromance that I really loved last year. I also got Grumbly Ever After in ebook and audio form by Tegan Hunter. This was published by Montlake. It is out. I've read it. It was fine. Unbound by Peyton Corinne, which I won't be reading probably until February-ish. Tender Cruelty by Katie Robert. I'm behind on this series. I don't want it to end is the problem, but I did get an arc of Tender Cruelty. Then I got The Art of Loving You. This is the new Natasha Bishop. I loved Only for the Week, so I was very excited to see this pop up and get it. I got Dom-Com by Adriana Anders, who is an author I've really enjoyed. I'm very curious about this idea of a rom-com with a dom and a sub characters. I don't know. It should be interesting. I also got Alcott Hall by Emily Rath. I need to finish this series. I did not get an arc of book 2, which follows the same couple. This follows a different couple setup, so we'll see. Then I also got The Escape Game. This is written by 2 authors, one of which is Marissa Myers, and it's her first mystery, and I'm very intrigued by this. I also got Evening the Score by Lexi LaFleur Brown. This is book 2. I enjoyed her first book, her debut, so I figure I will try her next one. Plus, the cover is fantastically fun. Then we have Untethering Dark by Desiree M. Nicoli. This is an audio arc since the digital came out last year and there was no audio, and now the audio is coming out from Karina. I did grab it when it went up and got approved. Very happy for that. I also got a pack for spring, which was a nice surprise to see it in my NetGalley, and I'm really excited for this, but again, I don't know that I'd read it any sooner than February. I do believe it's out in April. Then I got 3 books from a new publisher imprint called Scarlet Press, and I'm thinking to do a video where I read 3 of these because I got 3 of the 6 or 5 that are coming out in the next couple months. So I got Smoke and Scar, The Dark Lord's Guide to Dating, and Amid Cloud and Bones. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if I'm going to DNF them all, if I'm going to like them or what, but if I like them, at least one of them, and I think it's a fun video, I will probably do a little vlog where I read all of them. I also got the audio for Crown of War and Shadow, which is J.R. Ward's new romantasy, and I'm intrigued to see how J.R. Ward writes a romantasy because I didn't love Black Dagger Brotherhood, so I could end up DNFing this and hating it. But I'm just like intrigued enough that I was like, I kind of want to get this and read it. That's when I wasn't sure, like, should I do a dedicated reading vlog for this or not? I don't know. I also got Nobody's Baby by Olivia Waite. This is the next book in her spaceship murder mystery that's kind of closed door situation with Dorothy Gentleman, and we'll talk about it in a minute, but it was fun. Then I also got Fruit of the Flesh on audio. This I'm really intrigued by. This author is writing, or was indie and self-pubbed, and is being repubbed, and I'm intrigued because like they seem to write gothic romances, and I love a gothic, but we don't get a lot of them, so we'll see. And then last but not least, I did get the audio for Silver and Blood, which I also have the ebook of, and I am enjoying so far. That's the 26 or so titles I've acquired since our last check-in, which was a while ago. I don't remember how long, but I know it's been a minute. So there's that. Next, we have everything I've read, which, listen, is 11 titles, not counting the duplicates, where I also had a audio. So first things first, I read He Sees You When You're Sleeping. This was a fun, silly time. I enjoyed it. They're very silly stalker romances. I don't like highly recommend them, but they're a silly, goofy time. And then I also read He Knows When You're Awake, which is book 2 in that series. Same thing. They're weird stalker romances. If you are in the mood for a funny, silly time, they will probably hit the spot, especially at the holidays. Accidentally Kidnapping the Mafia Boss was on my worst of the year list. I did not like this book. I think it was terrible and not a good time. Do not recommend. I think the setup did not pay off for what the book was. Then I have Not Their Burden. This is an Omegaverse. This was absolutely mediocre. I don't really remember a ton of it, is how mediocre it was. So it was easily a 3-star, and I just can't really recommend it or say not to read it. It was literally just perfectly okay. I also read it in a fog of Omegaverse reading, which does not help in me like recalling a lot about the plot or the story, but I'm gonna say it's probably a skip. I do think it was like one of those ones that was like overly repetitive in the world. It was one of those ones that just like really lacked depth. Again, a very forgettable Omegaverse, which is like never great to come out of because I enjoy that subgenre. Then I DNF'd The Fiancé Farce by Alexandria Bellfleur. I have tried to listen to this over and over and I just could never get into it, so I was like, we're just gonna finally DNF it and let it go. Release it from our TBR. Then I read Stuff with Cole by Kayla Gross. This was an audio arc I got. And this was a fun, silly Christmas romance with her best friend's dad, and he is Santa at the mall. So take that as you will. They have some fun. It's a weird time. It was fine. Then I read Nobody's Baby by Olivia Waite. This is the newest Dorothy Gentleman, as I mentioned. I really liked this one. I think it was a great continuation. I look forward to these coming out every year right now. I think they're a good time overall. I also feel like they are an interesting setup every time since they're all locked in this spaceship. So it's like, where did this baby come from? And it's her solving the mystery of where did the baby come from? So I did enjoy that element a lot and I had a good time. Also, it is definitely a one sitting type book. Like you are going to pick this up and finish it in one go. Then I finished Grumpily Ever After by Tegan Hunter. I did the ebook and audio. So this was 2 reviews that got submitted. I'm going to say this one's a skip. For most people, it is not as good as most Tegan Hunters. It is not bad. It's like a 3.5 because it was still a Tegan Hunter and it was still fun. But this follows Odette, who is a wedding planner that is struggling because there was a whole issue at one of her last weddings that was not her fault. And it follows a retired NHL player who is her best friend's older brother, Noah, I think was his name. And her best friend's name is Izzy. So she is planning Izzy's wedding in like a 10-week span and talks Noah into letting them use his cidery and farm situation. And it's them basically hooking up and sneaking around behind everyone's back, her fighting this family curse and all of these things. I thought the third act situation around the family curse was interesting. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. We do have one of those tropes that just tends to drive me bananas, and that is the idea of like someone walking in on a partner cheating, and it's not her, it's not our main character getting cheated on, it's her best friend. And I just was like very annoyed by it at 90% in the book. I was like, this is so annoying. But I was so far in that I was like, I'm just gonna finish it and review it. But yeah, a lot of it was fun, a lot of it annoyed me. I will still read book 2. Then I DNF'd Behind Frenemy Lines by Zen Cho. I got an audio arc of this, and I just don't love the setup personally. I'm just not interested in it. I like Zen Cho's more historical fantasy romance writing than the contemporary writing. So I just kind of released it back into the world. And then last but not least, I read Square Waves by Alexandria Romanoff. This is my first 831 stories, I think. And it was okay. This is a high angst novella. I felt like it was too angsty for how short it was. We're really focused on this character's burnout, and it was exhausting me to read about them being burnt out. And maybe that was just me being exhausted by it. I don't know. Maybe that makes it more relatable for people. I'm not sure. I just was exhausted by her burnout and her inability to make choices, which again, part of burnout, I get it. So I don't know if this would have been better if I'd read Big Fan first or not, but it was basically just fine. And now to out myself on the 4 books I have pending requests on. So I could or could not get these by the next time we talk, but I thought I would out myself on the fact that I have 4. So my number could go up by 4, which would put me at 492 approvals. I have Rooting Interest, which is the next 831 stories I'm interested in, which is a WNBA player and a journalist, question mark, maybe. Either way, I'm interested because it's WNBA, so, and Sapphic. I'm curious enough that I would like to try it. I also have the audio for Domcom on request. I have Game On by Navessa Allen on request, which I don't expect to get. And West of Wicked by Nikki St. Crow. Again, another one I don't think I'm going to get because it's been sitting and pending forever. So we'll see. On that note, that's where we're at in NetGalley for the beginning of 2026, which is why you're getting this video right now, because I was like, we have to check in on these things before the year starts, because just to give you all an idea. Let me know in the comments if there are any themes you want to see from arcs I talked about. Do you want me to do a video where I read a bunch of the Scarlet Press books? Because the two I don't have are still on KU and stuff, so like I could read them that way. If y'all are curious, I think the audios are through Podium, so like technically I could probably read them anyways. So if you guys think I should try it, let me know if you're curious on my thoughts and all that. I'm just like very intrigued on what's happening with some of these pop-up new press imprints that are publishing / republishing things. Also because a lot of the Scarlet Press ones don't have as many ratings as you might expect them to. So let me know in the comments if you would like to see that kind of project happen. Otherwise, I want to know what's the last thing you got approved for on NetGalley or reviewed on NetGalley. Let me know down below. How's your ratio looking if you do participate in the digital art game? And if you don't do any of that, you can leave me a big thumbs down emoji, because I am so mad at myself to come here at the beginning of 2026 and be like, hey, I messed up and this is way lower than it should be. But I am determined to turn it around in 2026. If I don't end this year with an 80%, I just may ban myself from NetGalley forever. That's a lie, but we've got to. I'm gonna like force myself to do some like NetGalley themed reading vlogs if I don't feel like this is turning around quick enough. So there's that. So you can do all that down below. I'll have links to all these books for you down there, links to my friend anywhere on the internet that I am, and I will catch y'all in just a few days. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for.